To address a growing concern that is housing backlog, 6.5 million to be exact, the President thought it best to meet with concerned government agencies and banks to come up with a plan to finally provide affordable shelter to the less fortunate. Alan Francisco has more.
The housing backlog is expected to reach 6.5 million units at the end of the Marcos administration's term. That's why President Ferdinand R. Marcos met with executives of the Housing Department, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, Bureau of Treasury, Pag-ibig, GSIS, Philippine National Bank, and the Land Bank of the Philippines. The President urged the government financial institutions and the private banking sector to have a system to address the housing backlog. The support of the private banking sector in the administration is important. It is also necessary, according to President Marcos, to have sufficient incentives or arrangements for private banks. According to the Housing Department, the target is to build 1 million houses every year to achieve 6 million houses by the end of the term of the administration. The Housing Department's solution is in city, mixed-use residential hubs which are for the minimum wage earners and middle-class families. The housing program will require 36 billion pesos per year for the next 6 years in cooperation with private lending institutions. For the program to progress, President Marcos said that the system needs to be established to determine the cash flow of the country that will support the project. It also includes incentivizing private organizations that will participate in the construction of the house and the financing aspect. The housing program is not only seen to address the housing backlog, according to Acuzar, but also vital in tapping the big economic pump-priming potential of the housing industry. Areas have been identified for the possible development of settlements and townships. Some banks have also expressed support for the President's housing program in developing a financing system. At the press conference of the Department of Human Settlement and Urban Development, the Pambansang Pabahay para sa Pilipino was introduced. DHSUD culminates this year's celebration of the National Shelter Month. Alan Francisco for The Nation.